If your knee hurts, you can lengthen out one leg and just barely bend into that knee. So find a way. Good. And let's take a full in breath. And as we exhale, let's just fold forward, please. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Take one more breath here. And then on an in breath, let's just rise back up. And if you're sitting easy pose, bring the other leg forward. If you've lengthened out and you just barely bent into one knee, take that same thing on the other side, and that's good if you have a really tweaky knee. And we're just going to hinge forward to the right so we can open up this back a little bit. And take a full in breath and a full out breath. And then we'll just take it over to the other side. So you guys, I know, are just really brilliant, and you will figure out how to modify these. Allow yourself to rise all the way back up. And let's extend both legs out and give them a nice shape. And then come into butterfly. And let's interlace the fingers. Allow the spine to get really long. And we're just going to take and draw some nice circles here. As you lean back, engage the core and the pelvic floor, so beginning to warm up that core a little bit. And then we'll take it the other way, stretching and moving into it. Just enjoying this glorious weather, this rain. And then come all the way back up and forward and just melt forward. And take it over to the right so that you're stretching the low back on the left side. And let's take it over to the other side, stretching the low right back over to the left. Adjust your head so there's no tension, please. Really reach through your outer right wrist and take a deep stretch as you magnetically draw the knees towards the earth. And then very gently come back to neutral and rise all the way back up. Now let's just keep the feet together, draw them forward. I know we've done these stretches in class, and just hinge forward. And just notice how it feels into the hamstrings. Where is the tightness? Where is the tension? And take some nice deep breaths here, softening. And then we'll just very gently rise it all the way back up, please. And allow yourself to transition into down dog. Let's just take some nice little pedal. You can also stay in tabletop and just extend one leg back and then the other and pedal your dog that way so there's no weight bearing. You decide what's right for you. Just finding a nice little stretch. And then just allow yourself to walk the feet forward, a nice forward fold. And just bow forward. Allow yourself on an in-breath to sweep the arms up behind you, interlace the fingers, and draw the forehead towards the knees. Take a full in-breath, please, and a full out-breath. As you extend the knuckles to the sky, tilt the head over to the left, stretching into the arms. If that is too much for your shoulder, just stretch one arm and let the other one rest on your low back. Take your head now over to the right. Just little micro movements, opening up, externally rotating that left shoulder, or perhaps it's resting on the small of your back. Bring the crown of the head all the way to the earth, and just draw one big circle, one direction, and then the other way. And then just allow yourself to stack your palms on the small of your back. Pull your shoulder blades down, flatten into your back, and find your nice mountain pose for your legs. So feel the extension as you press the big toe down, and that inner heel down. Now press into the outer heel and the putti side of the putti ball mound. And on an in-breath, rise up, flat back. Take a full in-breath and a full out-breath. So allow yourself, please, to draw the shoulder blades down, rise up to the crown of your head. I've turned so that you can see me. Notice which palm is on top. So I have my right hand on top. On an in-breath, Jackie, you may just do one arm or use your elbow. We're going to sweep, keeping the palms open to the back of us. Bring them all the way out to the side. We're going to rotate and bring them back behind our head. Interlace the fingers. And on an exhale, we're going to bring the back of the head into the hands and take a deep stretch to the front. So bring the crown of the head straight back up. On an exhale, sweep the arms out to the side, bend into the elbows, and stack them on the small of your back. Other palm on top. Just repeat. Inhale. Exhale, open the heart, take the stretch, squeeze the glutes, engage the core, the navel to spine, and the pelvic floor. Crown of the head back up, and exhale, stack. Take it nice and slow. You can do one hand. Use the back of that hand to press and open. Take it out to the side. So if it's too much to do this full rotation, just do one arm. Flow with your breath. Sweep and feel the rotation. We'll do two more. Rotate nice and full. Interlace the fingers, back of the head, open the heart. Rise back up, sweep it out. Stack the palms. Last one, bring it out to the side, rotate and open. Press. Crown of the head back up to the sky, sweep out. And stack the palms on the small of the back. From there, please allow yourself to step the feet out nice and wide. Toes coming forward. Take a full in-breath, and as you exhale, let's just sweep and come forward. We don't have to do weight bearing on the hands at all. We're going to take and lean into that right knee. Bring the left hand towards the right ankle and sweep the left arm, right arm to the sky. And then we're just going to switch. Take it side to side. You can begin to turn this into a little more cardio. You may not bend so deep into the knee, so you can stay upright and bring the palms onto the thighs. Keep the feet solid. So you decide, do it from the thighs so you're not bending quite as much. Keep the feet really strong, or take it down to the ankle and traction and open. Side to side. 30 more seconds, and you can take it slow. Let it be measured. Whatever works for you, just feel that nice opening. Full deep breaths. We're almost there. 5 more seconds, side to side. Breathing fully and completely. I'm using the hand on the bottom to traction. Last one, and take it forward, fold. From there, allow yourself to soften into the knees. Bring the elbows right on top. Plant the feet solid. Big toe mount, pinky toe mount. Take the tailbone back, press. Really engage the glutes. This should help to stabilize that knee. One more breath. Hands down to the earth, fold forward. Plant the left hand in front of the face. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Left arm to the sky. Exhale, sweep through, reach and stretch. Bring it back down, lift up. So right hand back down on the floor, sweep through, then right arm goes to the sky. Just continue. Good, nice deep breaths. You can take it as quickly as you want. Just changing up our cardio this morning. Sweep it through. Full 30 seconds. And we'll move to the other side. Keep that stream of breath going, strong into the feet, taking your time into the stretch. So you also can use just an elbow rather than the whole shoulder. And gently bring it down. Grab outer ankles, lower legs, fold forward. Take a full in breath, please. And a full out breath. One more full deep breath here. And then gently drop back forward. Place the left palm underneath the face. On an in breath, rise up. Exhale, reach through. Grab the left ankle, left arm to the sky. Breathe. Side to side. And again, just use the elbow if you don't have the extension. Use that elbow rather than the full length of the arm as the modification. Make sure that you plant the left hand underneath the face before you take the other arm up, and breathe. We want to keep that low back nice and stabilized. We're almost there. And last one. Take it all the way up to the sky and back down. Allow yourself, please, to bend into the knees, palms onto the thighs, and very gently rise it all the way back up. You can step or jump the feet together, or always safe for the knees is a nice heel toe in. From there, allow yourself to find your mountain pose, please. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. One more full deep breath, come back to center. We're going to inhale all the way up, and on the exhale, just bend into the knees, bring it down, lift up. Again, bring it down, other arm in front. Two more times, switching the arms in front, soothing that low back, staying strong into the legs. And palms to the heart. Grab your block if you have one, please, and place it between the thighs, upper thighs. Allow yourself to bend into your knees. It might be, find your boat or your chair position. Place your palms onto your thighs. You're going to soothe into that low back by tucking the tailbone under. So you've got this nice and flat. You're going to pull your shoulder blades down. Allow yourself to hug that block. Good, and breathe. Really squeeze. If you feel safe, bring the arms forward, but keep the shoulder blades down. Rock into the heels. We'll hold this for a minute. Keep nice, full, deep breaths. Really squeeze that block. You should feel the outer thighs engaged, inner thighs, squeezing into that glute. Use this like your plank and just hug all of the muscles into the bone and breathe. And it's okay to keep your hands on your thighs so you can really concentrate on working and pressing the big toe down, the big toe, the inner and outer edge of the foot, and that pinky ball mound. Breathing, we're almost there, another 10 seconds, really squeeze. Nice deep breaths. You can always just, while you're sitting in your chair, if you take time to do that, keep your block there and engage the block and then disengage. On an in-breath, rise up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Bring it all the way up. Squeeze that block. Hook the thumbs. Take a full in breath, and as you exhale, take it over to the right. Nice deep breath. Look up. Exhale, look at the floor. Rise all the way back up. And on the exhale, over to the other side. Good. Look up. And then exhale, look at the floor. Really reach and work into those side ribs. Draw it all the way back up, palms together. Really hug that block. And we're going to bend into the knee, both knees. And we're going to hover that left elbow on top of that Right thigh, cover. Press solid into your feet. Pull your shoulder blades down. Squeeze that block right into your toes. Press into the big toe down, pinky toe down, big toe, and the outer edges of the heels. Good, breathe and hold. Good, really squeeze that block, shoulder blades down, navel to spine. And another, we're almost there, 10 seconds. We'll do 30 seconds on each side. Really hugging all the bones with our muscles. Squeeze the tush. On an in-breath, rise all the way back up. And on the exhale, let's take it all the way forward to the midline. Bow forward. Soften into the knees. Rotate the prayer hands to face the heart and rise all the way back up. Nice deep stretch. If it feels safe, lift up onto the toes. Take it down onto the heels and we'll rotate to the other side. So square the hips, cover that right elbow just above the left thigh. Pull the shoulder blades down. This really works on your obliques. They have to really turn on your quads. Strong. Make sure you're using your feet, lifting your step as you press into the big toe mound, all the way across from the heels of your feet. Nice deep breath, squeeze that block, protect your back, navel to spine. 2 more nice deep breaths here. We're almost at 30 seconds. Squeezing nice and tight. Good. And as you're ready, on an in-breath, come all the way back up. And exhale, swan dive down. Palms onto the thighs, let's lift up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive, bring it all the way up, palms to touch. And exhale down to the heart. Take a full in breath. And a full out breath. Full in breath. And a full out breath. Good. From there, allow your block to come out. Let's grab our weights if you choose. You can also do tomato cans or filled water bottles with sand. I'm going to take it to the side. We're going to come into warrior one. So allow yourself to bring your left foot forward, right foot back. Wide warrior one so that your hips are squared, please. You want to really keep that right glute, both glutes, but the right so much. Good. And then just draw your shoulders back and down at the same time. I'm holding my upper inner arms towards my rib cage. Good, take a full in breath, and as you exhale, hinge forward. Again, make sure that your hip points and your shoulders are squared. You want to really press into that big toe mound. If you find this a little bit tweaky, I didn't ask you which knee, Barbara, but lift all 5 front toes. Really press into the back of that, the complete foot on the back. Good, hug those back. Let's reach the elbows all the way back, and on the exhale, bring it down. We're going to draw it all the way back up and take it down. Strong legs here. Really keep that left hip straight back. Good, one more. Nice. Now we're just going to add to that to draw it out and forward. Back in and down. Bring it up, reach forward, but it's at an angle. It's not straight out unless that's safe for you. And then get back in and down and in and out. At an angle, back in. I can really feel this in my back, so make sure you draw navel to spine. Keep that left hip back. Good. Count of 10. Resting anytime you need to. Getting water anytime you need to. And breathe. Last one. You can feel that in that hip, right? Good. Draw it in. Bring your elbow right down onto your thigh. And bring that right weight right to your waistline. Gently open up. Good. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Keep pulling that right hip back. Here we go. On an in breath, bring that right hand to your heart with the weight or not, and inhale, rise. If this is your hurt shoulder, you're just going to pull it back and open the shoulders. So it will be this opening, if that works for you. Otherwise, all the way up to the sky and back. Sweep out and back. And down. Last one. Take it slow. Bring it back in and rise up. Warrior two. Good. Take a full in breath. And it may be that you don't bend into that knee as much. Really open up. Pull the shoulder blades down. Look forward. Take a full in breath. When I say forward, I mean looking at your front right hand. We're going to take and draw the arms, bring them together and open. Look towards the waist. Exhale, inhale. Shoulder blades down, squeeze the legs towards each other. Good, 3 more. Nice and slow, so we're rotating the head as we work the weights. If you got too heavy of weights, release them down. Last one. And allow yourself to very gently bring elbow to the thigh, top arm to the low back. Take a full in breath, and as you exhale, just come into a nice triangle. Externally rotate that top shoulder. Breathe. One more breath. Soften if you choose. You can stay right here. Feel the nice length of your spine all the way to the side of your head. Maybe you bring that bottom arm forward and top arm to the sky. You have to really engage your core here. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Really hug the legs into the socket. Feel yourself lift up out of that top hip, and then on an in breath, rise up. Exhale, bring the arms down. Bring the right toes forward. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. One more full deep breath here, please. And then we're just going to allow ourselves, I'm going to heel toe in a little bit and then open up into warrior two on the left side. Take another couple of moments to draw the shoulder blades down. And again, if whichever arm is hurt, you can just hook and hold your weight right there and use the good arm. So here we go. Allow yourself, please, to we'll start with the warrior two and then go to the warrior one. So go ahead and bring the arms out. Good. You're looking over that front left hand. Take a full in breath. Hug the feet towards each other. Lift the front 5 toes. That will really activate the ligaments to protect the knee. Head comes forward as you bring the weights forward. Inhale. Exhale. Really squeeze your tush. You've got to protect those muscles, the back muscles in and out. A total of 10 or whatever feels good for you. 5 more. Keep the shoulder blades down. Remember, you may be just using one arm. Make sure you pivot your head, looking over that front knee and into the center. Last one. Open up warrior two, elbow to thigh. Let's take a moment here and just broaden through the shoulders. from that top right shoulder to that bottom left shoulder. As you breathe, lift up out of the spine and broaden through the front rib cage. Tuck that left hip back in. Again, you can keep all 5 left toes lifted. And here we go. You can draw your elbow. Take and draw your elbow up rather than extend the full arm. That's a really nice workout on that top arm. Otherwise, it's up. And then allow yourself to bring it all the way back down. Rise it up and back to the heart. Sweep open. Actually, it's not to the heart, it's to the other side. And rise. Again, it might just be the elbow. Lowering and lifting. Use your breath. Don't overstretch. Take it nice and slow. Stay strong into that front leg. Good, and breathe. Nice deep breaths. Last one. And just hold. If it feels safe, pull that left hip back and extend that left arm. You can keep your top arm just like this and keep pulling that left hip back. Otherwise, you can bring the other arm to the sky. 5 breaths. Full in breath, full out breath. The more you press into the big toe mound and lift that big toe, the more you protect the knee. And one more breath. Good, let's straighten the leg. Let's take a breather here. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Take a full in breath, and as you exhale, just allow yourself to find that triangle. Open up from the side, breathing. Again, you can just lift up into the elbow. Good, and breathe. You can just bend this way or not lift it to the sky at all. Nice deep breath, stay forward. Really pull and retract that top shoulder down. You can just lift the elbow and lower the elbow this way. Last one. Good. If you choose, you can allow yourself to just rest that top arm back behind you and reach the bottom arm straight out. If you choose, you can lift the other arm up, but you must have that tush engaged, navel to spine, pull that right hip back. This is a lot of tension on that back. You've got to have the core muscles in. One more breath, and then very gently rise up. Bring the arms down. Allow yourself to bring all 10 toes forward. And let's just take a nice forward fold here. Take a full in breath and a full out breath, so wide-legged forward fold. If it feels good, you can reach, take the arms wide and just really stretch. Bring your head between the arms. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. One more full deep breath here, please. And then walk the hands back underneath. Heel toe in a little bit if you need, soften into the knees. And just bring the hands to the hips. Let's rotate the left toes open, heel toe, until you can come into your nice warrior one. So we want to really lengthen through this back right leg. Soften into the left knee, or as much as feels safe and good. Square hips and shoulders. Just bring the arms down. And let's soften into that front knee. Make sure you're pressing into the big toe mound, the back of the heel on both sides. So the entire length of the front palm mound, lift all the toes. Squeeze that right glute, or that left glute really tight. Good. We're going to hinge forward a little bit. And we're going to bring the elbows back. And we're going to reach at an angle, come forward. Try to really keep that right knee, left knee pulled back, strong into that right leg. Just in and out. Pulling back, elbows back towards the back ribs, in and out, really pressing into that left leg. Breathe. So as much as we're working the upper torso, these are strong poses in that warrior one. Good, and breathe. Good, 2 more. Nice deep breaths. Really hug that whole tip to the midline. Nice. Now let's just lengthen up and take a nice rest here. Breathe. Good. Let's take and bring all 10 toes towards the side of the mat and allow yourself to step in. We're going to keep the weights for just one more, but bring the hands back behind and open the hips forward. Just releasing. Rise all the way back up. Now we're just going to come back into a modified chair pose. We're going to bring the weights together in front of us. You're going to really squeeze the inner legs towards each other, hugging the feet towards each other, but keeping a nice energized knee by lifting all 10 toes. So allow yourself to really pull the shoulder blades down. Chin is slightly tucked, and we're just going to open and close. Bring the other weight on in front. Keep those legs really strong. Keep hugging into the midline, the inner seams of the legs, eyes to the earth. Breathing fully and completely. And it may be that you're just using an elbow on the one and stretching in and out. Use the elbow. Good. We're almost there. 30 seconds on this one. Really pull the legs up into that upper torso. Feel yourself really curl those ribs in and out. And we are there. Lift up. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Please hydrate if you need. We'll let the weights come on down here. We're not going to use the resistance band today. Allow yourself to very gently come all the way down onto the sitting bones. We're just going to bring the arms forward. Good. You can stay right here. If it feels good, keeping low back, nice and straight. We're going to take and come back a little bit. Lift the left leg, reach inside, lengthen out to the outside. Good. We'll do 5 of these. And you may not come down as far as I am. Listen to your body. The first time I did this, it was incredibly difficult. I've been working on these. Breathe into it. Last one. And hug in. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Switching sides. You can keep both feet on the ground if you need. Come back as far as you need. You may not extend that leg out as far. Here we go. Bring it back. 1 and 1. Number 2. Use your exhale to draw it together. 3. Good, and breathe. 4. Nice deep breaths. Last one. And take it down. Walk the heels back, please. Imprint the low back, pelvic tilt. From there, please allow yourself to take and bring the knees right on top of the hips. Imprint the low back, and then just bring the arms all the way up. You're going to lose contact of the low back on this. We're going to do a bilateral stretch, but it will engage the core muscles. So we're going to extend out that left leg. Try to keep your right knee on top of your right hip. We're going to take and stretch the right arm up overhead. And you're just going to hold right here and just press that low back towards the earth. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really extend to the appendages. Place the palms onto the knees and draw half circles to release the back knees. Good. Allow yourself to hug the knees in, draw the forehead up, release the back, and head comes back down. Extend the knees back out, feet in line. Arms to the sky, palms facing each other. Pull the shoulder blades down, feel the space between your ears and your neck. And we're just going to extend that right leg out. We're going to try to keep the left knee. Modification could also be to bring the left foot onto the floor and just really engage that left leg. Your choice. Good, and breathe. So we're going to bring that opposite arm, the left arm, so that we're working bilaterally through the spine. We want to keep that spine strong. We want to lengthen through it, flex into the feet, and breathe. Nice deep breaths. You are going to have some arc to the back, but just keep trying to draw that low back down to the earth, knitting the top collarbone towards the floating ribs. One more breath, and then hug in. Let's come into happy baby for just a moment and rock side to side, release. And then allow yourself to wedge the hands underneath the hips so that you actually have your low back, top of the buttocks right on top. And we're just going to take and bring the legs at a 45-degree angle. Some of you would be able to do this with your arms overhead. I cannot do that. It's way too much tension on my back. So if you want more challenge, take your arms overhead, press into your heels 45 degrees and keep pressing that low back into the earth. Shoulders away from the ears. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Just continue to breathe. Good. On an in breath, bring the legs up. On an exhale, bring them down a third. Keep hugging the low back to the earth. Maybe 2/3. Maybe hover. And on the in breath, all the way back up. Again, those of you who want more challenge, bring your arms up overhead, but you have to have enough core work to do that. It's just too much for my back. So down a third, another third. We always have to listen to that body, and maybe you don't hover your legs. And then rise up. 3 more. Down a third, down a little bit more, or another third. Really keep pressing to try to imprint that low back. And then inhale up. Good, 2 more. Down a little bit, a third. Maybe down a little bit more, or 2/3. Maybe you're hovering. Really press as much of that low back into the earth as you can. And then inhale up. 1 more, and remember you can stop at any time. Take a full in breath. And as you exhale, down a third. Maybe down another third. Maybe you hold at a third. Hover if you choose. And then all the way back up to the side. Hug the knees into the chest and rock side to side. Woo, a couple on the back, so go ahead and allow yourself to roll all the way up. And chin to chest, roll all the way back. If you want, come into a little bit of a plow. Come forward. Let's just loosen up before we come down onto our bellies to continue with the back work. Last one. Come all the way up and transition. If you want to come into a full plank and chaturanga down, if that feels good to you. I'm just doing modified chaturangas right now. Come all the way down. Allow yourself to lift the right leg and anchor down, and then the left. We're going to take and draw the arms back, palms towards the floor. Really press into the hip points, and then rise the legs, rise the shoulders. If you want, you can interlace the fingers or hook the thumbs. 10 breaths. Full in breath. Full out breath. Full in breath. Keep lifting the legs, lift the heart. If you have back issues, just lift the upper torso. Good. Breath number 4. Good, and breathe. Remember, you can come down at any time. And breath number 6. Full deep breaths and release. And number 7. And number 8. And number 9. Woo, last one. And release. Palms beside the rib cage. Press back into child's pose. Inhale, come all the way forward. Up dog. Or stay in child. Back into child's pose. Good. Let's draw all the way forward and back down onto the belly, please. And from there, allow yourself to draw the hands forward together in prayer, right down the midline of the body. Let the legs be as wide as you feel symmetrical. So mine are a little bit closer than hip width. And I'm going to reach through one leg and then the other leg, and I'm going to anchor those legs, and we're going to keep the legs anchored. So press into the tops of the feet, lift the kneecaps, press into the pelvis, and on an in-breath, lift the arms, lift the heart. Exhale, eyes to the palms together. 9 more. Inhale. Anchor those legs, but keep the knees lifted. Good. Flow with your breath. Number 4. Use only one arm if you have a hurt shoulder. Good, and breathe. 6. 2 more. Last one. Palms beside the rib cage. Press all the way back into child. Transition. Let's come back down onto the back, please. Whew. If you have a resistance band, grab it. I would recommend if you have knee issues that are really, really tedious right now, not to use a resistance band. You will get more workout if you bring it below the knees. You don't want it on the knees at all, either above or below. I'm going to take mine above, and I'm going to allow the band to be nice. No wrinkles. So let's set up for my bridge. Allow yourself to just imprint the back. Bring the arms, the upper arms along the rib cage, hug the elbows in, and let the palms face each other. I want you to really work those shoulder blades down the spine. Tuck them in, and then on and exhale, rise up into your bridge pose. Settle on to the tops of those shoulders, no pain into the neck. And we're just going to open the legs And bring them back to neutral. Really squeeze the glutes as you bring the knees apart. Nice and easy. If you're not using the resistance band, just take a wider stance and hold that static bridge, really squeezing into the glutes. We have 10 more, taking the knees to the side. Keep the hips level. So I'm not trying not to allow the tailbone to lower. I'm really trying to find an even action from the outer hip crease to the outer knee. I'm pressing nice and deep into the ball mound and the heels. And 3, 2, 1, and exhale down. Allow the arms to come beside you and imprint the low back. Rather than to bring the knees into the chest right away, it's really a nice and a better stretch to do the pelvic tilt before you draw the knees up into the chest. And then allow yourself, please, to take the resistance band off. Oh. Let's take your legs up the wall. You can just merge your hands underneath your hips, or you can lengthen out to your Shavasana and place blocks underneath your knees. Let's come into your breath and take some nice deep measured breaths in and out. Allow the eyes to close. Feel the softness descend down to the facial muscles. Allow the front ribs and the back ribs to really relax. Continue to take some nice deep breaths. Feel the legs now gently release. As we walk through our daily lives, there's always reasons to smile. The smile can follow us around like a cloud of bright butterflies. Many times we can allow ourselves to get too busy or too occupied to just notice all that surrounds us in every moment. Perhaps it right here in this moment, set an intention to make a conscious effort to tune into the little moments of joy and beauty and goodness that surround us. Take time to smile. So allow yourself to consciously draw a smile in on the in-breath and bring it into your heart. And then hold the breath just a moment. Notice if you can feel a shift just from a smile. And then exhale, smile. Notice perhaps too, as you allow the breath to find its own natural rhythm, that smile lifted up into your lips and eyes. Smile is the best thing I know to shift us from a lower space to a higher space. So let us breathe and give gratitude for all the gifts that have found us in each and every moment. Imagine in your mind's eye the children laughing as they're playing on the swings, or the steam rising up off of your coffee or tea. The song of the birds or the chimes in the background. Just allow yourself to truly rejoice in each moment. Take a couple of more breaths. And then stream the breath in, wiggle fingers and toes. And then allow yourself to move larger parts of the body sweetly and melt over to one side, really nurturing and nourishing yourself. And then with an in-breath, bring the palms to the heart, and just look down at the heart. Our thought today comes from Thich Nhat Hanh. Sometimes your joy is the source of your smile, but sometimes your smile can be the source of your joy. So allow yourself to bring a smile to the lips. Feel it radiate up into the eyes and into the heart. Deposit one in every cell. And for all of the aspects of your being, set the intention to really notice all the joyous moments from moment. Namaste.